Hi, Scorpio, and welcome to your first Zodiac Taroscope for the month of February. We are going to be talking about present, past, focus, and future outcome. If you do or if you don't, okay? Take and change your focus and take the advice maybe that's coming in here from Spirit. Remember, Scorpio, you can watch for your sun, moon, rising, or if you have Venus in Scorpio, you can look at this from a relationship perspective, any type of relationship. But let's get right into it. I'm going to be clarifying with the Psychic Tarot, and I'm using all of my Colette Baron Reid cards here. So let's look at your present situation or the energy around it. We have the Alchemy of Poison. Well, if this just isn't your card, Scorpio, transformational lessons, it's what we live for. Being a Scorpio myself, reclaiming personal choice, radical forgiveness. The Alchemy of Poison. Is it transformation, or is it forgiveness, or is it claiming power? When I pulled these cards a few days back and I let them sit with crystals on them until I'm ready to read, and I remember seeing that and I thought, the Alchemy of Poison. But somewhere in there, whether it's transformation, reclaiming your choice, you know, the way you make your choices, the choices you make, or forgiving for something, that's the situation we're talking about. It will resonate different for different people, but let's get a tarot. Patience and planning. If that card has not been coming out, what I almost feel this is with patience and planning, Scorpio, for you is having, well, it's having a plan, but sometimes, as with all signs, you can be a little impatient, right? If you're ready for some of this, you might just want to charge forward. But for whatever reason in this situation that you're in, maybe you're feeling it, but Spirit's definitely, God, Source, Universe, whomever it is for you, is saying you need to have some patience here. You need to have some patience, and you need to have a plan in place for whatever this may be for you. Okay? You must, because if not, it falls into that I love to say, you're just running in willy-nilly, and that never helps anything or doesn't resolve anything. If this is something, this situation involving whatever this is for you, going in blind or going in too fast is not going to be helpful. Okay? It needs patience and it needs some planning. Let's look at what past energies are influencing the present. Spark. Oh, that is also a 7. See, 7s are about choices and having wisdom and assessing things. Maybe for some of you, I just said that, you need to assess, right? You need to assess the situation in order to make the plan. And maybe in the past, you didn't do that. You went in like a spark, right? You were just all over the place. You know, if you're watching a nice campfire, there's just sparks going, you know, in all directions. And sometimes onto your pants, your shoes, burning holes, whatever it may be, but you never know where it's going to go. And maybe in the past, that's what you used to do. But let's get a tarot for that too. Or maybe, okay, hang on, there was something else that was coming in here too. Let me just get the card. Heart. Look at the green and the green here. I was going to say, maybe anything could set you off. Okay? Maybe in the past, anything could set you off, and that's why you used to rush in without any patience or planning. Nobody ever knew, including yourself in the moment, what direction you were going to go in, because it was a spark. Something set you off. Definitely not coming from heart space. Okay? Definitely not coming in from heart space. Definitely probably not using intuition, I feel, in the past. But that would be a good idea, right? So we need to look at, where do you need to focus, or what do you need to focus on? Feeling the world. Okay, I love where this message is going, because basically I feel what it's saying here is, this is kind of a strange little message, Scorpio. It's almost like alchemy is when something changes from one thing to another. And I almost feel like this is the alchemy of, if you're going in all hot, not, being guided by your heart, by, I even want to say, common sense at this point, that changes everything. And it brings me back, this feeling the world, it brings me back to the do unto others as you would have others do unto you. You treat other people the way you would want to be treated. See how this has taken a turn? This is why I tell people to always stay, because this could have been your one message. Maybe this was, not going into hot, using your intuition. Maybe you needed to hear that, Scorpio. Or maybe you need to see this as a big picture and know that when you're in this energy here, this past energy, it's influencing your present situations. And you're not at all focusing on, how does this affect the other person? Or what if the shoes were on the other feet? That card just come out. What if I was in that person's shoes? How would I feel if I was coming in like a spark, just all crazy and out of control? How would I feel in that situation? I feel that this message for you is, you need to focus on, and look at how this is all green and her hands are over her heart. This is a 10. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny. Maybe it's your destiny, Scorpio, to change that in the world, one kind deed at a time. They say, I talk about this sometimes in readings, when you're going through the drive-through and you pay for someone's coffee just out of kindness and goodwill, and that person is so surprised and overwhelmed by it, they actually do it for the next person. And who knows, that could go on for 5 or 6 people. But one kind deed, one show of kindness, one smile, whatever it is, can change the perspective and the perception of the people that you're doing that towards, right? And then maybe they start doing it. And the next thing you know, you have a little chain of goodness going on instead of a chain of rash, rude, out of control behavior. So let's look at advice or guidance to shift your focus to this, feeling the world. I feel like it's feeling the people around you. And is this a transformational lesson for you? Is this reclaiming personal choice? Is this radical forgiveness in some way, right? For your present situation. Okay, so what advice or guidance are they giving you here to shift your focus? Surfing rainbow on the moon. Okay. Surfing rainbows were actually on the moon. Here it is. One would think that's impossible. Surfing rainbows on the moon, one who surfs rainbows and who's on the moon. But it's having the vision. It's having that spark, that belief that, look, anything and everything is possible, okay? Everything and anything is possible. So if I try smiling at one person, if I accept the lesson that I'm learning, right? If I make better personal choices, if I forgive, if I treat people well, is what it's saying here, Scorpio. I feel like this is your alchemy. This is what needs to change. You're changing the poison into kindness and good. That's what I think it is. Look, you have the 4 foundation and achievements. This is the 4 of Wands. right? This is the Four of Wands. This is happiness, celebration, building things on a solid, firm foundation. Look, there's a darn rainbow right there. You were surfing them a minute ago, like, right? It's that kind of thing. You will, I feel like, achieve great things, okay? You will achieve great things in your life. You will alchemize that poison. Okay. We can also think here too, if you want to go this route, Scorpio, you know, alchemy is a little bit of magic, right? So let the magic happen. Maybe you will surf rainbows on the moon, okay? But now let's look at the future. What will be the possible future outcome if you shift your focus to this? Come to the edge. I looked up and saw 36, which can be a 9. And what it made me think of was you're coming to the ending of something. I almost feel if you shift your focus, you're going to come to the end of this past behavior where you were going in hot. You were like a little spark of fire and you just, you know, you were unpredictable. I feel that you lay that down. Okay? I feel that you no longer come to the edge and then you explode like a little spark out of the campfire. I feel like you're able to contain yourself and realize and feel the world. Maybe this is your destiny, okay? Maybe this is your destiny to change things. All right, let's go into this. Round and round. This is if you don't. What if you don't take any of this advice? What if you don't focus on this? Well, you're going to just keep going around and around and around and around. You're never going to learn the lesson. You're never going to realize forgiveness. You're never going to make the choices that need to be made, if you make any choices at all. You're always going to be that little spark that just, you know, is out of control. And you'll just keep zipping around and around. So that is your message, Scorpio. I feel like it's a real message of alchemizing the poison. And I want to say this, it might not even necessarily be the poison in yourself. It's just the poison that's out there and you're the person that's going to come in. This is going to be different for everyone because some of you, you know, it can be your bit of poison right here, okay? And for others, it may just be you're going to start really thinking about this, focusing on this in order to have this outcome where anything is possible. So thank you for being here. I hope that you enjoyed. This was a bit of a different message, Scorpio, but clearly some Scorpio out there needs to hear this. And that is why you were brought here today. So, you know, in the meantime, I'm going to have the short and sweets out towards the end of the month. And in the meantime, if you need to check out another reading, go check one out. If you need a little more advice or guidance, right? You could find something in one of your other signs. You could find something just by finding a thumbnail and being drawn to it. Okay? Whatever it is, check those out because I feel like there could be some more advice or guidance in here for you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.